Hey guys, so I had a tweet about mental health and God that I think resonated with some people, so I just thought it might be helpful to share a little bit of my journey through religion and mental health. Maybe it'll help you personally, or maybe it will help you understand someone you love that's struggling. And I think I personally had mental health issues much longer than I realized it, way before I realized it. But I remember being in a young women's college Bible study. Um, and whatever book we'd been studying that week, when it came my turn to talk about what I had learned, or I told them I couldn't read. I was really struggling. I couldn't read the book this week. Quite honestly, I didn't feel like opening my Bible, but I prayed. I prayed and I prayed, and that's how I survived this week. And another young girl chimed in and told me that that clearly was because I had some big sin in my life that was keeping me from God. That when you feel that way, it's sin, always sin. And some other young girls chimed in with her and all agreed that I must have some unconfessed sin in my life that was keeping me from being able to be open with God. And then I remember a youth minister telling me that the Bible never once mentioned mental illness, so it doesn't actually exist since the Bible hadn't mentioned it. Um, so I remember really, really struggling and thinking I just needed to pray harder. I just needed to find some magical words to say, and then I would be fixed. Um, and I struggled for a while. And finally, it got bad enough that my mom said, I will find the doctor, I will make the appointment. I just need you to show up. And that I can do that. I can show up. So I did, and I talked to a psychiatrist for a while, and she diagnosed me with major depressive disorder and severe anxiety, and put me on some medication. And at that time, I needed medication. There's no way I would have been able to continue on and see a therapist. There's no way I would have been able to get out of bed and be any type of a functioning human had I not been on medication at that time. And I just think we have got to stop telling people that mental illness is a spiritual issue, that it's a sin issue, um, that if they just relied on God more, that would go away. Um, because you can love God. You can love God with all that you are and know His word forwards and backwards and still have health issues. We don't say things like that to people with cancer or diabetes, so I have no idea why we say it to people with mental health issues. I just really feel like we have got to teach people that you can love God and you can love therapy. I mean, quite frankly, I don't know anyone that wouldn't benefit from at least a little bit of therapy. So maybe that'll be helpful to you. It is totally possible to love God and still need therapy and still be medication. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It doesn't make you broken. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It just means that you're human and we live in a broken world. And sometimes we have illnesses, whether it's depression and anxiety, um, schizophrenia, cancer, diabetes. Like, there are illnesses in the world, and sometimes we need therapists, we need doctors to help us get better, and that's okay. Thanks, friends.